Hello, welcome to the Death Penalty Information Center's weekly video podcast. I'm Richard Dieter, Executive Director of the Death Penalty Information Center. On Monday, Florida plans to execute a man named John Ferguson. Ferguson has been suffering from severe mental illness, including paranoid schizophrenia, for over 40 years. Florida maintains that he understands he has done wrong and that he's being punished, and that factual understanding is enough. But the U.S. Supreme Court has said a person must have a rational understanding of what is about to happen to him. John Ferguson believes he is the Prince of God and that he is being punished for events connected to his religious beliefs. The American Bar Association has weighed in with an amicus brief to the U.S. Supreme Court, as has a number of mental health organizations such as the National Alliance on Mental Illness, saying that this execution would not only be cruel, it would also be unconstitutional under present rulings from the court. So this is coming up soon, not much time left. We'll be watching it closely. It comes on the heels of Georgia trying to execute a mentally retarded man named Warren Hill, also Ohio coming up an execution of a man named Billy Slagle, who was 18 at the time of that crime. All of these are marginal cases, and yet these are the ones being pushed by states for execution. Another interesting event occurred this week, and that is that Texas, who has carried out half of the executions in the country this year, announced that it is running short of the drugs to carry out executions. There's a single drug, pentobarbital, that they have used consistently, but the drug is expiring, and the manufacturer, Lundbeck, says it is restricting any more distribution of the drug, so it's not going to be available in the U.S. This is the drug not only that Texas is using, but all states that carried out lethal injections in the past 2 years have used. So this is a bigger problem than just for Texas. They're not sure where to find the drugs for their execution process. It's one more problem of delay and uncertainty for the death penalty, and many other states are unsure of whether they're going to have to find a new drug. The drugs from overseas have been banned without FDA approval, so there's a growing problem in the state's ability to carry out these executions. Finally, we mentioned a peripheral case, but one which has impact on states versus federal rights. There was a man named Jason Plow who committed crimes in Rhode Island, and Rhode Island does not have the death penalty. And the federal government decided it wanted to prosecute him and wanted to potentially seek the death penalty against him. The governor of Rhode Island, Lincoln Chafee, said that the death penalty does not represent the wishes of the people of Rhode Island, and that he did not want to turn over this defendant to the federal government. That was challenged in federal court, and Rhode Island lost. They had to turn over this defendant, but now, after all of this, the federal government has announced it is accepting a plea to the crimes from the defendant and will not seek the death penalty in return, something that this defendant was willing to do a long time ago. So this chapter of that dispute ends, although the seeking of the death penalty, the federal death penalty, in states that have elected not to have it, remains a sore spot in the use of the death penalty. Well, we thank you for listening. We'll be following these stories. You can find out the latest information on our website, deathpenaltyinfo.org. Thank you.